Terry's filtering in. There's Dakota Ditcheva, undefeated PFL champion.
Who are fighting for their belt. You could beat them right now. Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, I definitely think I'd be up there.
Your skill set matches up perfectly with those. It's not like they're wrestlers or anything like that.
No, and I think we'll see that when I win this season now, and say I beat someone like Liz Carmouche and Talia Santos. As soon as I've beat them, I think what else can people expect other than greatness?
LPFL fighter Dakota Ditcheva. Where did your nickname come from?
People watch my fights and then just straight away just call me Dangerous, and obviously I've got 2 D's in my name, so it kind of comes all together as Triple D.
Where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm half Bulgarian, half English. I grew up in Manchester.
What is your biggest career moment?
Signing with PFL or my knockout that I got at Madison Square Garden.
What is your career goal?
I want to be at the top. I'm not here to just take part and be another girl on the roster. I want to be right at the top.
Favorite athlete?
I mean, I'm going to stick with fighting. I'm going to say Valentina Shevchenko. She's definitely someone that I really aspire to be like.
Favorite musician?
I mean, if I'm going by what Apple came up with at the end of the year, it would be Young Boy, but I don't really want to say that one. I'm going to say Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby.
Who's your dream opponent?
A dream opponent would maybe be Shevchenko. Even though I look up to her a lot, I still want to be in her position and be able to beat someone like her. So
Francis Ngannou just delivered the most dangerous warning Valentina Shevchenko has ever received. And it wasn't about Amanda Nunes or Erin Blanchfield. This time, the message was all about Dakota Diva.
Come here. Yeah.
When the hardest-hitting man in combat sports says a fighter striking is different, you know trouble's coming. Ngannou didn't just praise Dakota Diva. He challenged Valentina Shevchenko's legacy. Francis Ngannou, the man who redefined power itself, claimed that Dakota is one of the few fighters who punches through opponents. Not at them. He added, "You can see the timing, the control, the violence in her precision. She doesn't waste motion. She ends fights." That's not a compliment. It's a warning. Because the storm is coming for Valentina Shevchenko. Dakota Diva isn't hype. She's history in motion. At just 26 years old, she's an undefeated 15-0, with most of her victories ending in brutal fashion. From Muay Thai world stages to MMA cages, Diva has dominated every rule set she's entered.
Potentially, she's hammering away. Referee was looking close because he's the moment. Looked for a moment like she was going to get finished. Don't win. This woman, another knee to the midsection. Left hand coming down from the top. Right. Stand back up. More body shot.
She became the youngest ever PFL world champion and the first British female world champion in MMA history. A $1 million champion who still isn't satisfied. Now she's calling for UFC fights. And when reporters asked who she wants next, she simply smiled and said, "I want the best. I want the bullet, Valentina Shevchenko." Known as the Queen of Precision, a sniper, a surgeon, and one of the most dominant flyweight champions in UFC history, Valentina boasts an impressive record of 25 wins, 5 losses, and no draws.
Bad. Oh, head kick. It's it. Oh, my God. Oh, go. With a huge highlight.
She's fought everyone, Joanna, Holly, Amanda, and Grasso. But now Valentina faces a new kind of danger, the next generation of striking monsters. And according to Francis Ngannou, Dakota Diva leads that pack. If Valentina stands in front of her the way she does with others, it's over. That statement alone broke the internet. Fans immediately began debating. Could Dakota Diva actually knock out Valentina Shevchenko? Both are former Muay Thai champions. Both are surgical with their timing. But one key difference separates them. Dakota fights like a hunter, while Valentina fights like a sniper. One waits. One attacks.
Potentially, she's hammering away. Referee was looking close because he's the moment. Looked for a moment like she was going to get finished. Don't win. This woman, another knee to the midsection. Left hand coming down from the top. Right. Stand back up. On the right. More body shots. This one's not bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, head kick. It's it. Oh, God. Go.
If these two ever meet inside the cage, it's legacy versus momentum. The cold, seasoned veteran against the undefeated rising storm. And that's exactly why Ngannou spoke up. Because when the king of knockouts warns the queen of precision, you know there's blood on the horizon. Ngannou didn't just share an opinion. He made a prediction. He said, "If they fight, I'll bet on Dakota. Her power is real. Her timing is special. And Valentina's chin won't like it. That's the biggest threat to Shevchenko's legacy. Not age, not experience, but new generation of killers who hit like men and move like ghosts. As Francis Ngannou put it, she hits harder than most guys I know."
Representing Venezuela is Junice Dubin. She's undefeated. She's known as a finisher, and she's a big underdog tonight.
Junice Dubin with an overhand swing. But still undefeated. Never seen a judge's scorecard. And you better believe Dana White exploded out of his chair for that one. That is the most crazy knockout we've ever seen on this show. You are a 13-1 dog. I love that shit. You might as well not even go sit in the back here. One of the most impressive knockouts I've ever seen. A huge underdog. A minute 13 of the very first round.
Unayside Dubin just issued a deadly warning to Dakota Ditcheva, and she didn't mince words. The Venezuelan warrior has officially entered the conversation, making it clear she's not afraid of the PFL's Golden Girl. Dubin holds professional MMA record of 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest, and she's ready to prove that the hype around Dakota means nothing once the cage door closes.
Her back against the fence. A big plum and a right hand. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand on the head of fence.
Born and raised in Venezuela, Aniz Dubin's story isn't one of privilege. It's one of survival. While Dakota was making highlight reels in England, Dubin was battling through the tough regional circuits of South America, fighting for every opportunity she could find. She's a multi-disciplined warrior, a black belt in Taekwondo and Wushu, a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and a national champion in both wrestling and BJJ. And if that wasn't enough, she was already an international Taekwondo and Wushu champion long before she ever stepped inside a cage. While many fighters chase hype, Aniz Dubin built skills, and that's what makes her so dangerous. Before the UFC ever noticed her, Dubin dominated the 300 Sparta Championship in Peru, a brutal proving ground for South American talent. There, she showcased her trademark aggression, lightning-fast kicks, violent combinations, and unshakable confidence. Then came her shot at Dana White's Contender Series in September 2024, and though nobody expected her to win, Dubin shocked the world.
Of the Contender Series, you know what I mean? She almost didn't come. She has no money. She doesn't have $1 to her name right now. So the staff had to go grocery shopping for her, and then she comes in and does that. I mean, let me tell you what, she ain't broke now.
She went to war that night and walked away with a UFC contract in her hand. The Venezuelan underdog had just kicked open the UFC's door, but the fight game can be cruel. On March 15th, 2025 at UFC Fight Night, Aniz Dubin made her long-awaited debut, and it ended in heartbreak. She was stopped in the first round by Carly Judas. Critics were quick to label her a one-hit wonder, but Aniz took that loss and turned it into fuel, pure rage. And now, that rage is aimed directly at Dakota Ditcheva. In her recent statement, Aniz Dubin didn't hold back. Looking straight into the camera, she said, "Dakota Ditcheva may be undefeated, but I see through the hype." She called Dakota a dancer, not a fighter, and promised to show her what real pain feels like.